Trevor, thanks for the tasting. It was really amazing. Really enjoyed the 21s. But tell me a little bit about the vintage. And I know you think it's really close to 19 or even better.
Yeah, so one of the best vintages I've seen in my career, lower yielding than average, but really small berries, tremendous concentration, colors and anthocyanin levels that I have never seen before in my career. And it's something that extracted actually early on in the fermentation. The other really interesting thing is the quality of tannin that we were seeing in 21 was phenomenal, to the point where there was no such thing as over extraction in 21, in my opinion. We were lengthening the skin contact time mainly on the front end, so longer cold soaks, and just getting incredible density in the wine very, very early on during fermentation.
But the wines aren't heavy. They're not, they don't have the character of some drought years. What's that about?
Right. So it's I think for me, it's the quality of tannin again, right? So we were not seeing dimpling even later in the season. There were some warm spells in 21, but the balance that we were seeing in terms of acid and sugar, really, and the lack of shrivel was absolutely phenomenal. And so it's one of those vintages where not only the texture of tannin is phenomenal, but you have that beautiful acid balance, right? And that, to me, is what really makes a phenomenal vintage and an age-worthy vintage. It's going to help these things age very, very gracefully.
So it's not like just tweaking winemaking.
It's more in the vineyard, really making sure that you've managed your canopy properly, looking out for that western exposure, making sure that we have the level of canopy cover that we're looking for to protect the fruit, which allowed us to extend that hang time and get that elegance and that balance that we were looking for. And Mother Nature was kind to us, but we also did quite a bit in the vineyard to make sure that we were able to maximize what she gave us.
And so you got 100 points for your 19.
I did.
But you're saying you like 21 better.
Well, I know it's a big statement. 21 to me, and I did say this to my team when we put this in bottle. I looked at the team and said, guys, I think this may be the best vintage of Private Reserve we have ever made. So yes, I personally think this is I really do think it's the best vintage of Private Reserve ever made.